Not a tweet, not a phone call, not even a flattening sentence. Yet Donald Trump blinked. After months of public jabs, tariff threats, and trade pressure, the United States has quietly brought down tariffs on India from a punishing 50% to just 18%. And Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi did it without stoking Trump's ego, without endorsing his Nobel Peace Prize ambitions, and without playing by Trump's script. So how did India pull this off? This is the story of strategic silence and why it worked. At one point, India-US relations were at the lowest ebb. Trump had labelled India a dead economy. He slapped a 50% tariff on Indian goods, and his aides kept up the pressure, publicly and relentlessly. But New Delhi didn't react. No counter threats, no television soundbites, no diplomatic drama. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chose patience over provocation, and in doing so, forced the world's loudest dealmaker to blink first. The result? India walked away with one of the lowest tariff rates, 18%, lower than China, lower than Pakistan. Even more crucially, the additional 25% levy on Indian purchases of Russian oil was dropped, all of it achieved without a single public concession. In 2024, US exports to India stood at just $41.5 billion. Scaling that to $500 billion would take years, if not decades. Delhi chose realism over rhetoric. But make no mistake, this wasn't accidental silence. According to US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, India missed a trade deal window last year because PM Modi didn't personally call Trump. That wasn't a miss, that was a message. India would not negotiate on Trump's terms. So why did Trump reduce tariffs? Because India was no longer cornered. Despite Trump's threats, the world rushed towards India. The UK signed a trade deal. New Zealand followed. So did Oman. And then came the big one, the India-European Union Trade Agreement, the so-called mother of all deals, signed just last month. For Trump, that changed the optics completely. India now looked like the stable, reliable partner, while the US appeared volatile and hostile. Analysts say that deal alone likely forced Trump to blink. Those agreements gave India a cushion. They allowed Delhi to dig in its heels, especially on red lines. No unrestricted access to Indian agriculture, no opening of the dairy sector, and yet there was no public confrontation. Not PM Modi, not External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. While the 50% tariffs hit, India refused to join a war of words. India had read Trump early. Trump thrives on spectacles, on provocation, on dominating the narrative. PM Modi denied him that stage. After a tense call where Modi flatly rejected Trump's claim of brokering the India-Pakistan ceasefire and brushed aside Nobel talk, Trump's ego took a hit. PM Modi then avoided 4 follow-up calls from Trump. Contrast that with Pakistan. Islamabad chose the opposite approach. Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir actively courted Trump, offering minerals, crypto deals and strategic leverage. It helped reset US-Pakistan ties. But India chose the long game. Quiet back-channel talks continued. The relationship never ruptured. At the same time, India sent a powerful signal. Without saying a word, PM Modi visited China for the first time in 7 years. He met Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin at the SCO. Soon after, he hosted Putin in a grand state visit in December. Visuals of Modi, Xi and Putin laughing together unsettled Washington. Trump lashed out online, writing, "Looks like we've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China." Again, minimum words from Delhi, maximum impact in Washington. India also retaliated quietly. It reduced US dollar exposure in trade and imposed a 30% tariff on American pulses. No chest thumping, no press conferences, because silence didn't mean inaction, it meant control. Now with tariffs down to 18%, Indian exports are back in the game. Textiles, gems and jewelry, leather goods, all became competitive again. Who benefits the most will be clear once the fine print emerges. But politically and diplomatically, this is a clear win for PM Modi and India. Trump shouted, India listened. Trump demanded spectacle. India offered silence. And in the end, the noise faded. Sometimes the loudest strategy is saying nothing at all. With Rudrashish Kanjalal, Bureau Report, India Today Global.